Welcome back to Titter. Today we're going to be starting off with a new subreddit called NuclearRevenge. Today we have Lysana-chan titled, I heard you like spice. So, there was this asshole in my 6th grade class. Let's call him LB, which stands for little bitch. We were still in elementary school and we had a snack time. Our class was allowed to bring anything for a snack. Me being the spice-loving bitch I am, I always brought hot Cheetos, Takis, and Dynamites. LB also loved spicy chips, and during recess break, he'd often look through my backpack and steal the entire bag of chips. It got to the point where I had to bring the receipts of photo evidence of me owning the chips for him to even give it back. His disgusting ass would even steal already open bags that I had. I decided enough was enough. I wanted to burn this kid's taste buds off. I waited until spring break so I could prepare it. This was when the ghost pepper challenge was around and I had quite a bit of money saved up. So naturally, I bought around 20. I waited a few weeks for them to arrive and then I grinded about 10 of them up and sprinkled them into the Dynamites bag. Here's a fun fact. Dynamites are the hotter chips of the 3 that I always bought. That wasn't enough though. I ordered some ghost pepper powder and sprinkled it into the bag as well. After a week of preparing the dynamite bag from hell, it was ready. The next day rolls around. Before I went to school, I had my dad seal the bag. I went to school and waited for snack time. When snack time came, I checked my backpack. Surprise, surprise! The bag was gone. I had to hide my squeals of excitement and act mad. I then saw LB open the bag and put what seemed like 50 dynamites into his mouth. 0.3 seconds passed and he's screaming in pain, crying. He was escorted to the nurse's office, and once him and the teacher left, I laughed my sides into orbit. I was called into the office because LB said that I purposely poisoned the chips because I knew he liked them, to which I explained that he's been stealing the chips from my bag for the entire year and I just liked the spice. He got banned from going out to recess because of that. I was let off with a warning. Surprisingly, none of my chips went missing after that. Next up we have Rukin Cooker, titled, Steal from a McDonald's and slap my girlfriend in front of me? Enjoy 10 McNails up your thieving ass. Let me just preface this by saying I was 18 at the time. There was me, GF, the girlfriend, SFB, the shit-faced bum, and GB, the good boss. Me and GF used to work together at McDonald's. Surprisingly, it was nicer than I expected. We got paid nicely. GB was very understanding and kind, and the customers were usually respectful and somehow gave tips. Tips at a fast food restaurant? Sonic employees would be bananas about it. But one day, the renowned drunken bum SFB came in. He was always so drunk that he'd pull the door before pushing it for 2 minutes, and he would always ask for a coffee. Our place always made his coffee, and then he would walk to his favorite bottom left table and sit in it. Every time he would get his coffee, he would say that he was going to get out his wallet at the table and then leave after drinking his coffee, or sometimes leave after eating his Big Mac. This happened 4 times before anyone took action. He once even rammed into our walls with his truck, drunk too mind you, and never paid for it. On his 3rd entrance, after being refused coffee by GF, she was knocked right out by Thunderslap. Thor was jealous. GB tried to comfort her and SFB ran off after making a shitty coffee for himself and then dumping it on her car, driving off swerving. On his 5th entrance, it was gonna be his last. Me and GF decided that we should use the nails from the building site nearby, thank you Burger King, very cool of you, and plant them in his chair. He was too drunk to notice and once sat off the chair and then reached down to the ground. We got nails and planted 10 down. When he entered this time, we got more of a surprise. He was butt naked with a gun and scratching his ecosystem above his dick like it was a cat against catnip. The gun was positioned in his ass and he ordered a coffee, pulling out the asset from the ass. We had to do it to his standard and we forgot about the nails. We hid under the counter and called the cops. Then, GF remembered he was butt naked, about to sit on nails. Just as the police arrived, he sat down and the most screechy, blood-curdling trucker scream ever occurred. 10 nails entered his ass. They weren't small either. They were the length of a small lizard. They fully punctured and only the ends were visible. Probably screaming at the shit he produced, similar to the amount that London does every day. Police now enter, seeing a butt-naked, McNailed, shit-faced, ass-gun-wielding trucker with the most unkempt beard in appearance known to man. He was quickly arrested. He never got those nails out either. No one saw him again, but rumors say that he moved to Germany. Thank you for checking out the first episode of Nuclear Revenge. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to comment down below and subscribe.